Welcome back to Don't Just Sit There, Do Something for climate change news, science, and easy action. I'm your host, Joylette Portlock. Climate change? Come on, it's always 80 degrees in mid-October in Pittsburgh. Power plants and factories definitely take a lot of heat for causing global warming. Today, we're going to talk about these industrial point sources of pollution. Okay, but let's keep it under 5 minutes. I'm about to go for a run. Point source is a fancy way of talking about individual power plants and factories. Stationary point sources produce close to half, just over 40%, of our carbon pollution, which causes the increasing floods, droughts, more extreme weather, wildfires, and many other effects that we collectively know as global warming or climate change. You and your overwhelming evidence and 97% consensus of climate scientists that it's man-made. Maybe there's an angry weather witch somewhere who is trolling us all. Electric power plants, coal and natural gas power plants mainly, are the biggest point source problem. It's funny that we call these things plants, don't you think? Because there's never been anything less like a plant. That is the opposite of a plant. But other types of industry, like making steel or cement or glass, also play a role. Climate and health impacts are linked. In addition to the climate problems they cause, the closer you live to these pollution-generating places, the more direct air pollution you have to deal with. Pollution place does not sound like a good neighborhood. But obviously, these places also create electricity, which you may have noticed we kind of need, and stuff, which we like a lot. Yes, but we don't have to get those things the way we do. And I suppose the case could be made that maybe we need less stuff. Renewable clean energy has been our fastest growing energy sector for years. Solar power is just about 1% of our total electricity mix, but solar already employs more than twice as many people as coal. More jobs is always the fossil fuel industry's siren song. Of course, the sirens in Greek mythology hypnotize sailors and cause them to crash their vessels on the rocks. Reinvesting in dirty energy and accepting pollution as the price of progress is not a good long-term strategy. Puerto Rico, still recovering from Hurricane Maria, is looking to a future with clean power. The U.S. territory, home to 3.5 million Americans, will use solar power and battery storage from Tesla as part of a plan to restore electricity to most of the island by mid-December. Factories have been closing nationwide as we switch from a manufacturing-based economy to a service-based economy, and they have been switching to cleaner fuels. But just because things have slowly been getting better nationally doesn't mean there aren't still problems locally. Southwestern Pennsylvania, known for its industry, has 98 point sources of climate pollution and is responsible for 63 million metric tons of it per year. Because of plentiful natural gas, the region is currently looking at new construction of an ethane cracker plant. A cracker plant is a factory that makes the building blocks for vinyl and plastics. That's not what I was thinking it was at all. Post-Shell cracker plant would add 430,000 cars per year worth of climate pollution and cancer-causing air toxics to the air. According to the head of the Air Quality Collaborative, a coalition of environmental groups, the air in the greater Pittsburgh area was not good by EPA standards 2/3 of the days in 2016. Yuck. And maybe I'm not about to go for a run after all. I do enjoy breathing during exercise. Here's the first of our two actions. Scott Pruitt, administrator of the U.S. Environmental Protection Agency, has just repealed the Clean Power Plan, which was a landmark rule that would have protected both our climate and our health. Tell him you disapprove by clicking on the link in the description or at the video's end. Secondly, there are several resources for you to find out more about our region's air quality, with a few listed on our website. But did you know you can see what the air quality looks like right now where you live? The Air Quality Index will tell you what risks you run from local air pollution right now in Pittsburgh and more than 600 other cities. Check it out to see the safest times to be outdoors, and consider bookmarking the site. Awesome. I should be good to go for now. And remember, don't just sit there. Don't just sit there. Don't just sit there. Do something. This concludes the third episode in our Climate and Health special feature. Don't forget to check out parts 1 and 2, and stay tuned for the final episode soon. everybody knows that 1 in 500-year storms happen every 2 years. California has always been on fire. Take action now to protect our climate and our health.